Hi everyone, it's Tammy at Frou-frou Studio. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be working on Junk Journal January, and today is the Sunday, January 19th prompt, which is bubble. And before I get started, I'm going to go over here and shut my craft room door real quick, because if my other dog comes up here, we'll have a scuffle. So give me just a second to walk over and do that. Thank you for that. Lily is up here with me, and if the pup comes up, all chaos will break loose, because she'll want to wrestle and all that kind of stuff, and I don't want her to be up here making a bunch of noise while I'm trying to make my video. Okay, so bubble. So, I will admit right off the back, this took me a little while to figure out something to do that was going to fit in with the theme of the rest of my journal. I have tried to, kind of keep a vintagey, grungy kind of look all through this little thing. And you can see I've used some sort of photograph in each of my makes, either a photograph or a paper doll. So, yeah, it took me a minute to figure out what I was going to do. I think I've come up with something that's going to be cohesive with the rest of the journal, but we'll see. And if you remember from the last video, I wrapped up the one side with little forest here. And so this is the back, and so we're now on the first page, starting, flipping the other way. So the first thing that I want to do today is I want to kind of create my background here. And I'm going to use this piece of scrap paper that I had, because I want some blue in my background. So I'm just going to tear that, since a couple of the edges are torn already. And I'm going to put that down. And then over here, I'm just going to leave the print that's already there. So, I want some of both, because I think it's going to work better with what I'm doing. So, I had a couple of thoughts on bubble. And I ended up going with soap bubbles. So I'm going to be putting down a couple of pieces of soap advertisements that are digitals. I've got this one that's French laundry soap. And I have this little round one that's Venetian soap, facial soap. So I'm going to start with those and get those inked up, and so that I can get those in the background as well. So I hope everyone is doing well today and staying warm. I know that you guys up north are going into this polar vortex kind of thing, and it's going to be extremely cold. It's going to be really cold here. as well, be starting tonight for the next 3 or 4 days. We're going to be in the teens and lower at night, but I guess you guys are going to get snow on top of that. I talked to my sister yesterday, who is just out of DC, and she was talking about they're expecting, make sure I got that glued down okay, 4 to 6 inches of snow on top of everything else. So you guys stay in, stay warm. Don't forget to drip your water. That's always our fear here when it gets so cold, is that our pipes are going to freeze. With the first winter we moved in here, we did have one pipe freeze in our bathroom, in our master bathroom, and it wasn't really even that cold. So I don't know if that was just a fluke or what, but we definitely drip our sinks now, and leave if you have a cabinet, that your sink's in, you know, like with doors, we always leave the doors open on the cabinet as well, so some extra heat can get in there around those pipes. I'm sure you northerners are used to dealing with that kind of thing. I'm probably not telling you anything you don't already know. I'm taking my little Tim Holtz distressor and just roughing this picture up. And this picture is of this mother and her baby. I thought is so cute. It's one of the Tim Holtz portraits, and the only reason that I picked this one is because I used to love to give my kids a bath when they were little, and they loved bubble baths. And so when I saw this little baby, it just reminded me of bath time when my kids were little, and all the toys they had to have in the tub, and just squealing, you know, when I said it was bath time, because they were so excited. So yeah, that's the only reason that I picked this particular picture. That, and the little boy has some blue on him to go with my background. Alright, now next is where we're going to get a little bit funky. Funky, that probably just dated me saying that, didn't it? Alright, so I have this pointy finger, and I want to put the pointy finger down here somewhere. And then I took some butterflies and I laminated them on my laminator, with my laminator, and so they look kind of like bubbles. And so I want to put one of them right on the tip of that finger, because that's what you do, is you bust the bubbles with your fingers, right, when you're blowing them. And then I have some just paper cutouts of circles as well to represent bubbles, and we're just going to kind of play with those and spread them all around. They're cut out of different materials. This particular one is cut out of Braille paper. We're just gonna see if we can just make it look like a bunch of bubbles. Will it work? I don't know. We'll find out once we start getting everything laid out here. I'm going to go ahead and ink all these up so I don't have to do each one of them individually. So last night I was watching the football game, and Washington and the Lions, and I didn't have a particular card in that race, but with my sister living just outside of DC with her partner, they of course are, fans of the teams there. And so they were watching the game as well, and I got a text from my sister. And if you'll recall, she is the one that took Stella, my little kitten that I found, home with her. And it was a video of Stella watching the football game. And it was hilarious. She was so into it. Up on the TV stand, or the little console that they have by the TV. I really want to get this ink off where I traced around that circle. Let me see if I can put a little alcohol on here. But anyway, it was hilarious. She was following the ball and the players running and whatever. So it made my heart feel good that she's seems to be happy, which I had no doubt she would be happy there. My sister is very much a cat person, so. And she's not having to be chased by Belle all the time. Then my little feral cat that comes and goes as he pleases. I've got him a place to try to get him in starting tonight. I've got him a little shelter on my screened-in porch with a heating pad in there. And is he anywhere to be found? No. So I don't know how that's going to go, but I do have him a place ready so I can try and get him out of the cold weather. I'm sure he'll show up at dinner time, and hopefully I can coax him onto the porch. Like I said, he's very feral, so I don't know if that's going to be a possibility or not, but I am going to try because it's going to be so cold. Okay, so I want to arrange these on here, and like I said, I do have some paper ones too of various sizes. So what do I want to glue down first? I think I want to get my labels, my soap labels glued down, and I may not need all these butterflies, we'll see. Alright, so let's get these laid down. But yeah, he is very very, you're not touching me kind of thing. And, you know, he'll show up to eat his food, and occasionally he'll let you pet him for like 2 seconds. But other than that, you can't pick him up, you can't get him inside, you can't, you know, do any of that because he's just feral. So I'll do what I can. I mean, he's just used to surviving, so he showed up for the first time last year when it snowed really bad. And, you know, then he disappears, and he's gone 3 or 4 weeks, and then he comes back. So, I don't know. What can you do? Alright. Get our pointy finger on there. Okay. Now, where do we want to put? I know I want that green one to be the one that's up here. I think I like that braille one there. So let's put this one down. And then I'm going to use art glitter glue. Put this one down. And I'll put the glue just where the butterfly is so it won't be on the clear part. We're going to balance it right on top of the finger. And I don't know how well these are showing up on the camera. And then maybe put I want this one, I think, down here. Maybe like that. The glue is going to act up. Here we go. Now, some of these I intentionally offset in the bubbles. Alright, let's go ahead and glue them down. Maybe we'll put that one there, and that'll give us 3. Okay, now we can fill in with some of the other little circles. And I'm thinking I may need some blue ones. Let me see if I can get a few blue ones out of this paper. I'll hold her down a minute. Okay, let me ink around those before I put them down. Yeah, I'm glad I decided to do a double layout on that other one, because today's prompt and tomorrow's prompt was, which is tissue. Bubble was not gonna go with the theme of fragile, or what I had in my mind, or not fragile, bright, or, you know, at least what I had in my mind that I wanted to do for those. So I'm glad that I switched that up and kind of made that a separate, you know, after the book flipped. That's what I'm trying to say. Not very well. So now it's just a matter of figuring out where I want to put these and getting them glued down. I also have some that are smaller than this that I made just with a hole punch. So I'm gonna put those down next. If I can manage to get them all picked up and put in place. Okay. Alright, now let's do some of the little bitty ones and then see if I need to do anything else. These are going to be a pain in the butt. That's okay, we'll get through it. Painstakingly, but we'll get through it. I don't think I need. I think I need a couple more of the, oh, there's a tiny one. Okay, let me ink these kind of white ones a little bit. Alright, do we need anything else? Maybe taking my little micro pen, wherever it is. Which is this one. It's 0.3. I'd rather have something smaller. 7. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that'll work. What I'm gonna do is do some of those little crosshatch things. Just so they would kind of look more like bubbles, you know what I mean? Probably should have, I didn't, but I probably should have done like a clear embossing powder on those to make them shinier. Could do that on the other ones too, except I don't think these are permanent. It's waterproof on paper. So I would have to do it with this one. I'm not sure I can get it. Okay. Do we need anything else? I feel like I need one more touch of red. Maybe like a label with some red on it. Let me see what I got up here in my little tin. It wouldn't have to be anything very big. No, that doesn't have any red on it. That one has red, but it's almost too bold. And actually, it needs to be over here. We could do I mean, this one's orange, but we could do like a price tag. A little bitty tiny label. It's too tiny. So, nothing there. Let me look in my big box of junk here. I'll look quickly. Nope, I'm not seeing nothing there either. This one got red. No. Oh, got this little... No, it's brown. Thought it was red. Okay, as I've said before, if you've got a spot or something that you just don't feel like something's complete or finished, just walk away, leave it, and at some point something's going to show up and you're going to say, hey, that will go in that spot. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm sure at some point today I'll run across something that will work. I've got one butterfly left, so I'm going to throw that in my stash, and I'll definitely use that somewhere else. It's on the back side of this forest. So that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I know that's a weird interpretation of a bubble, maybe, but I like it. I like the way it came out, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. So again, stay warm, stay safe, stay inside if you can, and I will see you guys back tomorrow. Until then, bye.